Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to crack open one of the world's oldest books to find a surprisingly modern roadmap for success. And yeah, for resilience too. So let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you're just trying to find your way through a maze, but you don't have a map? One moment you're absolutely soaring, everything's going right, and the next, bam, you hit a wall. It's a feeling we all get, whether you're leading a team, trying to get a project off the ground, or really just managing your own life. But what if I told you there's a 3,000-year-old guide that was literally designed to help you read the patterns of life? And I'm not talking about a crystal ball here. Think of it more like a strategic map, one that shows you the terrain you're on right now and how to navigate it wisely. That map is the I Ching, also known as the Book of Changes. And at its heart, it's a book of wisdom. It uses these really unique symbols to describe the fundamental cycles that we all go through, the ups, the downs, and pretty much everything in between. And those symbols? They're called hexagrams. Each one is just a stack of 6 lines, but it acts like a snapshot. It captures the energy of a specific moment or situation. So today, we're going to look at 4 of them that tell a really powerful story about the cycle of our work and our lives. Okay, so our journey starts with a basic truth we all know. Life has a rhythm. It's a rhythm of progress and retreat, of success and setbacks. Now, the I Ching doesn't see this as good or bad. It's just the natural flow of things. We're going to start at the very peak of the cycle with hexagram 35, which is called progress. The symbol for it is the sun rising over the earth. I mean, you can just picture it, right? This is that moment when all your hard work is finally paying off. You're getting recognized, maybe getting a promotion, things are just clicking. But here's the thing. According to the I Ching, this kind of progress isn't just about getting lucky. Sure, it brings real rewards and influence, but it comes from something deeper. It comes from having a righteous character that shines so brightly, other people just naturally want to follow your lead. It's all about leading change through your own integrity. But, we all know that feeling can't last forever. The sun has to set. So what do you do when the environment around you turns toxic? When your projects start to fail, or you suddenly find yourself completely sidelined? Well, that brings us to the polar opposite. Hexagram 36, darkening. The imagery here is so powerful. It's the earth now covering the sun. This represents a time of crisis. The light is gone. Maybe people without good character are now in charge. And this means it's time for a completely different strategy. And the contrast is just stark. In progress, you shine your light. In darkening, you hide it. In progress, you lead courageously. In darkening, you take cover. And this is so important. Your core values don't change, but your actions, your outward behavior, that has to adapt to the new reality. The I Ching's survival guide here is crystal clear. You don't fight fire with fire. You don't retaliate. Instead, you take cover. You refuse to get involved in toxic behavior, and you hold onto your integrity, even if nobody else sees it. The real wisdom here is that true strength is shown by overcoming evil with good. So, you've weathered the storm. You survived the darkness with your character totally intact. What's next? I mean, you can't stay hidden forever, right? It's time to rebuild. It's time to create a solid foundation for whatever comes next. And this brings us to hexagram 37, family. Now listen, this isn't just about your literal family. The I Ching uses family as a timeless blueprint for any healthy, functional group, whether it's a company, a sports team, or a community. And the absolute bedrock of this foundation is consistency. Like this quote says so perfectly, it's about your words having real substance and your actions actually matching those words. Because that is how you build the one thing every strong group needs: trust. So the I Ching breaks it down into 4 pretty clear steps. First, you've got to establish clear rules so everybody knows what their job is. Second, you need discipline, clear rules that are actually enforced. Third, you extend genuine care to people, treating the group with love. And finally, all of this together builds lasting trust. And trust is the glue that holds everything together and allows it to prosper. Okay, so you've done it. You've built a harmonious team. Everybody knows their role, there's trust, there's care. But even in the best teams, people are different. There's going to be friction, there's going to be disagreement. This final stage of our cycle shows us how to turn that into a superpower. This is hexagram 38, deviation. The image is just fantastic. It's fire moving up and water moving down, 2 fundamental forces going in completely opposite directions. This represents the natural state of difference, of disagreement, of all the diverse perspectives you're going to find in any group. But here's the genius of it all. The I Ching says these forces aren't actually in conflict. They're just different. Like heaven and earth, or men and women in the original text, their very differences are what allow them to work together to achieve something way bigger than they ever could alone. So the takeaway here is that unity is not about everyone being the same. It's about everyone sharing the same goal. Those people with different opinions, they're not against you. They are for you. They're helping the group see its blind spots and avoid big mistakes. Real strength comes from taking all these unique talents and putting them in exactly the right places. All right, so we have journeyed through progress, into darkness, back out to rebuild, and then into synergy. We've seen how these ancient symbols map out a very real and, frankly, a very modern cycle of life. The cycle is pretty clear, right? You achieve success through good character. When crisis hits, you protect that character by taking cover. Then you emerge to build a strong, trusting foundation. And finally, you learn to harness the power of differences to create something even stronger. And this is not a straight line. It's a loop. It's a circle. You are going to go through these phases again and again and again in different areas of your life. The power isn't in trying to avoid the cycle. The power is in understanding where you are inside of it so you can act with wisdom and with purpose. So, I'll just leave you with this question. Look at your career, your projects, your life. Knowing the pattern, which stage of the cycle are you in right now? Are you in a time of progress, shining your light? Are you in a darkening and you need to take cover? Are you building your family foundation? Or are you harnessing the power of deviation? Knowing the map, that's the first step to navigating the journey.